The Las Vegas Strip was paralyzed by cyber attacks that continue to hamper many of the casinos. Some over there decided to acquiesce and give the hackers big-time money. We're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars. Others are taking millions of dollars in damages as the cyber attacks cause damage to their businesses, shutting down their casinos, shutting down their ability to do transactions, and so much more. But this goes far beyond just Vegas. Folks, we're here to tell you that other tourism destinations are also under threat, including the theme parks. All right, it's time to talk about the situation over at Vegas. Not everything stays in Vegas, and that includes cyber attacks, apparently, as other companies around North America and the world are beginning to worry that there are serious threats to their livelihoods. We are joined today by Michelle of Force of Light. Once again, welcome back to the channel.
Yes, again, always good to be back.
That's right, and folks, we continue to endeavor to explain entertainment and keep you ahead of the culture curve here on the WDW Pro channel. If you like content like that, consider clicking the like button. Let's dive straight into the news today. And what do we have? Well, we've got an article out of thatparkplace.com. Of course, thatparkplace.com, where I am a writer and editor. Jonas J. Campbell and so many others on there as well. The article by Chad Peterson says, Las Vegas paralyzed by cyber attacks as some pay ransoms. We'll have an update on this as well in just a moment. It says, in the sprawling neon expanse of Las Vegas, there exists a cautionary tale that resonates far beyond the confines of the iconic Strip. It is a narrative disruption of vulnerability in a digital age where even the grandest fortresses are not immune to the relentless march of malevolent forces. And I think Chad is exactly right with this, because you would think that the casinos have the absolute best cybersecurity on the planet. I mean it, the best. Apparently, they do not, and that portends grave danger to everyone else out there. This saga unfurls at the doorsteps of MGM Resorts, a titan in the world of hospitality and entertainment, now grappling with a cyber onslaught that has sent shockwaves reverberating from the gaming floors to the very sanctums of their hotel rooms. And folks, what this is talking about is that MGM, they decided not to pay the hackers the ransom. And as a result, they have been hit with days and days of cyber attacks that have made it difficult for them to process credit cards, for them to process winnings, losings. Their casinos are largely shut down, and MGM is not small. We're talking about places like the Bellagio, iconic places in Vegas that are still under attack to this day. We'll go to the next article in just a moment. Michelle, I want to get your take on, are you shocked at all that the casinos, of all the places that could have been hacked, I mean, you would have thought the casinos, they're like Fort Knox in terms of private enterprise protecting themselves, not able to defend themselves against this. Caesar's Palace, by the way, they paid the ransom. They paid $15 million, we're told.
Ooh.
Yes, to not go through this. I think that may actually encourage the hackers to continue doing this. Why would they not?
Yeah, I mean, because it goes both ways. You asked if I'm surprised. Yes, I'm surprised that, because like you said, the casinos have, I mean, top-notch security. And for reasons I think we all know. But because of those reasons, I also see why they would be a target if someone is an excellent hacker. Because of, I mean, all the money, just everything that's in a casino.
And the notoriety.
Yes. It would be such a, when I say great, I mean for them, if they could get in as they have. But yeah, so on one way, on one hand, I'm surprised that they are able to get through and beat the casino, there we go, I can't speak today, the casino security. But on the other hand, it does make sense why they would be a target.
Absolutely, and it continues on. If we take a look now at what's going on, the latest out of Reuters, this from yesterday, late in the day, hackers who breached casino giants MGM Caesars also hit 3 other firms. And here's what we've got out of this out of San Fran. Hackers who breached casino giants MGM Resorts International and Caesars Entertainment in recent weeks also broke into the systems of 3 other companies in the manufacturing, retail, and technology space, a security executive familiar with the matter said. David Bradbury, chief security officer of the identity management company Okta, said 5 of the company's clients, including MGM and Caesars, had fallen victim to hacking groups known as ALPHV, ALPHV, and scattered spider since August. In an interview with Reuters, Bradbury didn't name the other companies, but said Okta was cooperating with official investigations into the breaches. Now, I would say there's another issue here. Of course, this company has 17,000 customers that's supposed to be protecting these companies. But another entity that's supposed to be protecting them, Michelle, is the federal government. The federal government is supposed to be out there making sure that business can continue as usual. This seems to be, in my best guess, I think this is a very solid guess to make. I think this is probably an international crime. And the feds, we don't know what they're doing, but we know that there's not a release of these companies. The attacks have not relented. And that means to us that the feds have not been successful, whatever they may be attempting. So it really begs the question, are companies now out there on their own defending against this sort of thing?
Well, that is a very good question, and I guess only time will kind of tell if that's yes or no. I think that is an interesting question because that is one of the things the federal government is supposed to be there to help against. So if they're not helping against that, what's the point? Is kind of how it makes you feel.
I feel that way many times on many different topics.
Oh, I feel that way often, but
what is the point? Well, here's another thing. I have been talking with today a cybersecurity and data expert for theme parks. So you can imagine that's not a big roster of people out in the world. So we're going to be very careful even about what I say here. But I do just want to say that it seems to me after some communications that the theme parks are not immune to this. And Michelle, I just want to bring up, Disney is more reliant than ever on the My Disney Experience app. We will be breaking news later this week, we believe, folks, in regards to that. Hang tight. Big one coming up this weekend. But we believe that Disney, of course, is more reliant than ever on the My Disney Experiences park app. And so much of their stuff is automated. They don't seem to have a good backup plan. And we've seen when their app has crashed or when some of their other electronic/digital programs have crashed, the parks are kind of paralyzed, worse than when a real bear shows up. I think that given what I know at this point, it seems to me that Disney World and Disney parks in general should be extremely careful about any chance that they might suffer a cyber attack. I know they have systems in place to defend it, but if the casinos can't stop it, what is to stop a company from hacking into Disney World? Beyond that, Michelle, if your personal information is connected to Disney World, what is to stop these hackers from also gaining access to all of the data that families don't want out there? And what can Disney and other companies do?
Yeah, absolutely. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm not as concerned. I mean, that would be bad for Disney, but I was thinking of because when I went down there, and I know you've been there more recent than I did, but when I was there in 2021, everything is via that app, and you have to put in your credit card information. So, I mean, yeah, if they are able to hack Disney, then everyone better cancel credit cards very quickly because all that information is going to be given to these hackers, and that's going to be a total disaster. And furthermore, listening to the story, my mind can't help but think, because I know how people are. They think, oh, well, I'm not going to Disney. Does it affect me? I'm not in Las Vegas at the casino. Doesn't affect me. Well, if they can get into casino security, what's going to stop them from getting into your local bank? Like this can just keep going.
Absolutely. The reason that we're concerned about the theme parks, beyond just the fact that's one of the major areas we cover here on the channel, is that, families spend an enormous amount of money now, and they spend precious vacation time that's planned out months in advance. People are working harder than ever, of course, and then they have this week to spend and make memories with their families. When you have places like Disney World where everything is tied digitally into pre-planned scheduling and management of systems, this can ruin a family's time to get to share and bond. This, we're talking about stuff like you can't go into most of the restaurants at Disney World without having booked some sort of reservation via this system. You're talking about if a company wanted to, they could absolutely shut down the parks if they have the kind of power that we're witnessing with the casinos, and it seems they do.
Yeah, and that's scary because I mean, too, I mean, I know if they're driving, they could just reschedule, but say a family flies to Disney, they can't get out of that more than likely, aren't going to be able to get out of that ticket.
Right.
And then you get down there, and if everything's shut down, I mean, that would just be horrible.
When you're spending $1,000 a day as a family, perhaps,
Yes.
we just saw what happened when a real bear, not a fake bear, a real bear, it's a little bitty bear, but he was cute. But a little cute bear, he was in Frontierland, wandered in, probably, swam through the canals. It shut down half the attractions. And I thought Jonas Campbell made a great point on this. That's a cute story until you realize that people who spent a ton of money couldn't experience half the park with really no recourse. You can say, well, if this happened to Disney, they could offer refunds to the families out there and say, you can come back, blah, blah, blah. If you're talking about international guests, it's not like, oh, well, you just come back next weekend. You're talking about good luck with this. And so I think there is a significant threat to the theme parks beyond what you see in other situations. Of course, you brought up a great point as well about this endangers banking and endangers the financial systems, period, multiple sectors. When it comes to stuff that's fun, though, when it comes to tourism destinations, I really hope that all of these companies are taking every precaution possible, because as we can see, I mean, this is just paralyzed Vegas.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, because that's horrible for I mean, that just all this has a triple effect with the economy and everything. I mean, just for the economy. But yeah, if this does get in Disney, I don't know about Universal, but I mean, Disney's cashless, aren't they? Everything's electronic.
Almost. You can pay cash in some locations still, but it's not many.
Yes, it's not a lot.
It's not many. No. And everything's supposed to be more convenient because it's all on your phone now. It's all convenient until it's not. And then it's very, very inconvenient. You can imagine an entire theme park of people stuck with nothing to do except gawk at each other. That would be a bad, bad day. So hopefully the feds can come in and get this thing fixed. We don't like seeing or hearing about this sort of thing. And I'll tell you the truth here. You may think that the casinos lost out on all that money. Oh my gosh, Vegas is losing out on all that money. And you might think, oh, well, that wouldn't be so bad because if it happened to Disney or Universal, they would be the ones paying. No. Folks, the government will bail them out. And that on top of that, they will recompensate themselves through your own payments. So we will all pay for these stupid hackers doing these stupid things where they do nothing to benefit the world. They simply siphon off the success of others. All right, Michelle, final thoughts, then tell us where we can find you on this great, big, beautiful web out there.
My final thoughts is if these hackers are this good, maybe the federal government, part of their job needs to be to personally find them and recruit them to
hire the hackers.
Yeah, to work for them. That might be what we need, apparently.
We have a never-ending budget, apparently. Their money makes no sense. So, yeah, give them whatever they want. $1 trillion, come work for us. Got to be more than they can siphon off of casinos. Exactly. All right, well, where can we find you on the great, big, beautiful web?
Yes, you can find me and my sister at Force of Light Entertainment on YouTube. Also, I'm on Force of Light Entertainment on Twitter and Instagram. And find us there for movie reactions and reviews.
And what's the latest movie that we've done a response to?
Oh, well, it took a while to get it approved, but we finally got Beetlejuice approved. That came out yesterday. And then we did a trailer reaction for the prequel to the Hunger Games today. And then our next reaction will be out Tuesday, and that will be Blade, the OG Blade.
Oh, that will be a big one to watch. All right, folks, to go check that out. When it happens, make sure you check out Force of Light Entertainment on YouTube and all those other places. And if you enjoyed this conversation, if you found it enlightening, I mean, not many people, I think, are paying much attention, except those who live in Vegas and realize what's going on. But if you found this conversation enlightening, consider click the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms, it's the notification bell. And of course, as always, folks, we cover your comments. We care about what you think. We don't just say it. It's not just a motto. We actually think that you're important. And so are your thoughts. So drop one down below. The Pro Show is Thursdays, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We would love to have you be a part of it. Paul Chatto is stopping by this week to talk about the entertainment industry, the WGA, SAG-AFTRA, and the death of comedy. We're going to have other great panelists joining us as well. You do not want to miss a moment of it. And As we always say at the end of each and every video, folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, keep having fun, and don't be like a hacker. Get out there and make something and make people happy. Be good in this world. See you soon.
Clickbait. Fraud. Drama queen. Ugh. I wish there was a channel that was 5 to 6 minute news reads without the drama, frauds, and clickbait that could accurately let me know the current news, providing my crucial context utilizing all the different That Park Place contributors and creators.
Well, stupid. There is. It's the That Park Place YouTube channel, which will be going live real soon, so make sure you're subscribed, so you can really stick it to the algorithms.
You're joking.
Nope.